So, I mean, I'd love to be doing a vid on this. I really would love to be doing a vid where I could play this and stop occasionally for comment. And I'm thinking to myself, can I get away with doing this? And it's essentially, I mean, I could play this, I would imagine, under fair use. Let's do this.
Ethics policy.
I think that we should have
Council to voice her concerns about, for Harmon spoke before the city council to voice her concerns about their ethics policy.
I think that we should have an outside body, an independent ethics commission.
Because as it is now, the council itself is the final judge on potential ethics violations of its own members.
At the end of the day, you as a city council are still the last arbiter of whether or not.
And this lady is very polite and you know, to the point. But what she didn't realise, but then started to suspect when she was looking at some of these council members and they're looking at their phones and they're giggling almost collectively within, you know, behind that bench. And by the way, it's the same with all these consultations. You know, oh, we've gone to the local town hall, village, whatever, about their concerns of this latest instance, the data centers. But they just pull the Delphi technique. They've slept well, they're well rested, they know their network, they're focused, and they're focused on deflecting any kind of opposition to whatever it is they're doing, yeah? And then add to that, that's why their heads are in their phones when, let's be honest, in a more civilized society, nobody was looking at phones. Now, you could say they weren't there at the time, but remember, for up until the last few decades, that was the norm. People were looking directly at what is being talked about and who's talking, and, you know, everybody is focused. But every day you see this now. Courts, you name it, committees of all sorts, and you're seeing the heads in the phones or behind screens, and the assumption is, oh, I'm just reflecting on the data related to whatever the subject matter is. But what people aren't realising is, well, actually, they're having a wee discussion with themselves in real time, and how are we going to deal with this? Seriously. People need to grow up as regards what they're seeing. The naivety, honestly. I'll leave you a link to this, and I'll speak to you soon.